Hello. I am live, apparently. It says one waiting, but I'm sure that that's probably me in the YouTube room. And this is just going to be live. Let me mute myself on this other channel over here. Anyway, this is just going to be a really quick live. And mostly what I'm coming on to tell you is that Hickory Croft Farms and I will not be continuing with the weekly seed challenge updates. We're going to switch those to more of a monthly update and hope to get together with everybody. There's not, oh, here they are. Boom, there they are.
Hello. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
There we are.
Hello.
Guys, we might be the only ones here. There are a lot of lives going on right now, which I did not realize, but
yeah.
I was just saying this is just going to be really quick, really just to mention that we're not going to be doing lives every week anymore, that we're going to kind of switch that to a monthly live get together with the Canadian gardeners. And we can still alternate at co-host and alternate whose channel we do it on.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great to me, but it does make more sense to do it a little less often. Yeah, there's not a lot to report on right
now. Anyways, I mean, once people get their seeds and start like saying that, I have to say, if anybody comes back to this later on and watches it later, very, very impressed, because there's been a lot of videos coming out with people with the sending their seeds and receiving their seeds and even starting their seeds. So that's awesome. So we've been putting them all into the playlist. And the one thing we were going to point out is everybody to hashtag Canadian Seed Challenge. And we've been naughty too, because we haven't done it in all of our descriptions, but we've been studying the hashtag thing on YouTube, and it's neat because then if people punch it in right now, if you search hashtag Canadian Seed Challenge, it takes you right to a page that has all the videos. I think that's awesome. You don't even need a playlist. We still have the playlist, but I think it's great for people to be able to just search it that way. So
anyways, we tagged all mine yesterday so that they would get picked up.
Yeah. So we've kind of been like, we've been trying to catch them, as especially if they're people who are like, we're subscribed to everybody, so we do see it and go, that's for it, so we've put it into the playlist, but it doesn't show up when people search it under the hashtag or anything. Not that I'm saying people are searching it, but as we develop it and build it and go further with it in future years, it'll be nice to have had it all there. So
exactly.
But
exactly. We may even think about adding a few hashtags in as we go, like especially going forward into next year, like Canadian Gardener as one of the hashtags, right? Because people in Canada do look for, I mean, I know that I look for gardeners that are in my area in Canada. Because
well, that's
really
just it.
Many,
and the Canadian Seed Swap too, like that was one we've done. We've been changing them all to be Canadian Seed Challenge, Canadian Seed Swap, the Canadian Gardening,
or just Canadian Gardener, to highlight the people. Hi, Wendy.
But anyways, that's kind of what we sort of thought, because we said it doesn't have to be about the seeds. It could just be, we're just kind of compiling a thing that it's Canadian gardening and easy for people to find. So
exactly. And so you guys will be doing then the March update time. So are you thinking like the middle of the month, or?
I think so.
Do you want to even do the end?
Or even maybe going towards the end of the month, because really, other than some people starting peppers, I mean, we're almost March now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think. I mean, if we did...
there'd be more time, especially for you people out there in Ontario, to actually get something in the ground, maybe some cold weather crops, and have something come up if we wait till the end of March. And then we could do like the end of April, and then maybe come May, we can look at going like to every 2 weeks or something instead of once a month, as people get more.
Well,
there's more
and that's the
confidence
thing.
and
Once it gets going.
Once it gets going, and hopefully people will want to come up. It's not just you and like we don't have to be just you and I or us and you. If somebody else
Right.
wants to come up and tell us how they're doing with their seeds and their gardens, and
oh yeah,
I mean, it's kind of just the community chat type thing. But we've gotten 4 packs of our seeds. We're waiting. It's really hard to resist opening them.
I opened 2 last night on my live.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. We said we'll wait a little bit longer and then we'll maybe open them, even if the last one hasn't come.
There you go. So this is the Canadian Seed Challenge, where a bunch of Canadian gardeners have gotten together and we're doing a seed swap. And then we're going to follow up with that throughout the year with updates on how people's seeds are growing and stuff in our gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, it's just one of those things. I mean, if people want to do a video on how they started some of the seeds that they got, I think it's a great way. Like we said, we're going to have the playlist on our channel. You've got a playlist. And then if everybody does the hashtag, eventually that develops as well. And I think So it'd be kind of nice. And I think
properly.
Yeah. And then that way it's just because right now that hashtag, we looked into that before we decided on the Canadian Seed Challenge because there was nobody else using it. Where like if you did Canadian Seed Swap, other videos came up that weren't part of it and that sort of thing. So it was kind of, you could still put it in, but the one that we wanted to make sure was in there was the Canadian Seed Challenge because then we knew it was this group, which is nice.
Whole project, for sure.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah, that's why I think I was in yesterday, I think, and updated all of my live feeds and all of my other feeds so that they showed the right tag.
Yeah. Perfect. That's awesome. Well, we've got some of our lives we didn't tag properly. So we've got to do that. And then, like I say, right now we're able to pick up everybody. So they're still getting in there. They just don't have the hashtag. Tracy's getting clean on the prairie's got 2 packs already, so that's awesome. I know we sent ours out at the end of last week, so hopefully they'll be making their way around soon. And
I've received messages from a couple people saying that they had sent theirs and that I should be expecting them. Where is UM? I'm in the UM.
I think it's US. They're in
US?
what state are they? I should know, but Midwest.
Oh, okay. US. Okay, that changed to a flag. Weird. On one of them it shows and then on the other screen it shows the US flag on the YouTube. Do you guys see that on the StreamYard? It shows
no, it doesn't show it.
The flag. Weird. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. We saw they had a whole bunch of seed swapping going on down in the U.S. And we were, I'm sorry, but getting a little bit put out because we really couldn't participate much in that because of the whole shipping seeds up to Canada. It gets to be kind of a pain. So we decided to do one with Canadian gardeners that would,
let us do the same thing.
Yeah, basically doing the same thing, just kind of keeping it north of the border and saving things being lost at customs or having to deal with paperwork because that was one of the things we looked into. Too.
It's expensive. Even just an envelope to send it down to the States is.
I have to admit, I was actually surprised because some of our, because we'd done that thing. Well, I think everybody kind of did where they contacted people and found out what they were looking for and that sort of stuff. And some of my packs were actually pretty big. Like they were heavy and they still were only $1.95. So I was pretty impressed.
Right. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't mean that it can't, you can't send stuff to the States, but I know it's one of those things they require paperwork and all that. And
it's just harder.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But no, it's getting to that point where we're excited. You see people starting their seeds, and it's we're really hard, trying really hard to resist. But that's better.
I got some squash seeds.
Oh,
which is one thing that I haven't really grown because I don't have a lot of room for it.
yeah.
So I don't know how well Dave is going to like it, but I am thinking of an area to maybe turn into a squash garden.
Well, they're definitely worth it.
Well, and also depending on what kind of squash, you can go up. Like you can make them, train them to go up a trellis. Because we've done that.
You just may have to support them if they're a bigger
Yeah.
squash, like the actual fruit.
Because we
ones that
had
you can
what
buy.
are the ones that we had that were like that grew on the cattle panel? The green ones.
That was the blue Hubbard type one.
Yeah, we've had ones we do up the cattle panel, and they get pretty big. I mean, they've got to be
sometimes you
4
just have
pounds.
to tie them up so they don't.
And we just put a little scarf under them.
She's got 2 different kinds, and they're just labeled as winter squash.
Okay, so they're going to sprawl.
They'll be pretty big.
They're going to sprawl. So, but I do have an area kind of back behind the shed, beside where we have our little compost, that I might be able to confiscate. We don't really use it. It's just a pain in the butt. We just have to go down there and mow the weeds and whatever that are there. So
yeah,
that's like the best spot to put squash.
Yeah, compost is the best spot for the squash. So.
And near that. So. Your onion died. Oh my goodness, that's so sad.
Oh, that's not good.
We're trying to start some onions. I don't know.
Ours haven't come up yet. But.
Nothing's come up yet. I think I want to do some. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the doing them in a thing that you can put outside, even though it's cold, and they do it on their own. But it's a little.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Winter sowing.
Stratifies them. They don't need to be stratified, but.
Hey, Lala.
Hey, Lala. But yeah, anyways, I think it's developing well. A lot of nice, good videos coming out, and I'm really excited to see how it goes once we, actually get to planting. And
yesterday, I was watching a bunch of them on from different channels, getting caught up.
Well, it's a great way for some of the channels to get started, because a lot of people that are participating are a smaller channel.
There's a couple people that made their channel just for
to
show it.
Garden Obsessed. She started her channel just because we were doing this. So
yeah, I think I mentioned a couple of them in my live last night and put links.
It's awesome. Yeah.
There was one that had like 10 or 12 subscribers or something. I was like, go check her out. So.
And she does. That's probably the Garden Obsessed, and she does great videos. I'm not sure why she didn't have a channel before.
Maybe she did.
Who's that? What is that?
The Garden Obsessed.
Oh
yeah. She started it after I talked to her about doing the seed challenge. She decided to start a channel.
Okay.
So
I think I talked to her. I don't know if it was comments back and forth, or it must have been because she mentioned that she had started her. Maybe it was in one of her videos that she mentioned it. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah. So I think pretty much all her videos so far, I think other than 2, I think have been for the seed thing and that. So it's pretty good. Anyway, it's a great channel. I've really enjoyed her stuff. But yeah, you kind of find other Canadian content.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that's one way to lower the pH.
Yeah.
Not sure if you're doing it inside, I don't know if it would smell very good after a while.
You get the whole family out there peeing in the garden? I don't know.
To help also keep all the critters away.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, and the family and anybody else who might go back there.
You just got to stop a few weeks before you harvest them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, our snow is pretty much gone now today. Like I can look out my window on the side of the house and not see any. I know there's still some piles from where they plowed and stuff, where they piled it up pretty high. You can still see little piles, but yeah, it's gone. I'll be planting in the next day or 2. Not to rub it in.
We're a long ways off from that.
No, we got another 3 inches today. It
Yeah.
just keeps coming. I'm ready for it to be done.
Yeah, my ground didn't really even freeze.
Yeah, but that'd be nice because that would mean the moisture soaked right in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and
that'll
I've
be
just
good.
left all the snow sitting there melting in. So
Perfect.
yeah,
I
I'm
think
thinking
it'll be
peas
ready
and
for plant.
carrots. Put some peas
Yeah,
and
that should
carrots
work
in,
well.
radishes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That should work really well.
the cold
Yeah.
hardy stuff. Well, you probably won't get another snap like that.
No,
Touch wood.
very, very unlikely. Yeah, knock on
Yeah.
wood, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Joe and Sue got another,
More
and
snow.
Gypsy had a blizzard as well. So this, I watched today. Today I was watching videos, and Amy was showing her 14 inches of snow they got, which is crazy.
Wow.
So I'm just like, holy cow! Everybody's getting these dumpings of snow, and
It's for us. It's not unusual.
yeah,
It's just unfortunate.
well,
You're in the wrong place, John. Sorry
I was
about
gonna
your
say
lunch.
you're probably a growing zone or two ahead of us. So
May only be one.
I can't put my
I think she's
peppers
a
out
7.
today, but I can do cold weather crops. Apparently, I can grow cold weather crops. Some of them apparently throughout the year here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't really.
Well, especially if you covered them.
Yeah, and if I covered them, then like I guess things like cabbage and some of the brassicas and some
Yeah,
of
they'd
those,
probably be quite fine.
yeah, because we might get a little bit of a frost now and then, but we very rarely get a hard freeze where it's frozen for longer than, like my dirt is still soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do quite fine.
Right. So
Mhm.
You've got
Well-
the best length of growing season anywhere in Canada.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I hear, that I should be growing year round up here. So that's what I'm going to aim for if I can learn how to do it.
Mhm. That'd be kind of neat though to be able to. Yeah. See, John's only 6A. We're 5B. But
But they're not exactly the same.
no. But I'm talking about Lori. Lori, you're a 7B or an 8?
8B.
8. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
so
a long
close
ways
ahead.
ahead of us. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Sue
my
are
last
4B.
frost date this year, I think, is like the end of March or something, March
Mhm.
22nd or something.
Yeah.
That's early.
That's
Yeah,
2 weeks. That's 2 months ahead of us.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same as John. You really
Yeah.
can't plant some things until mid-June
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the risk of frost.
I have to wait is mid-May. My peppers that are very heat sensitive, I don't put
Mhm.
those out till May because if I want it to be above at least 50 every night before I put my peppers out. That's really the only thing that I have to wait on. I can put tomatoes out, like I'll have some popping out, and as soon as I see them start popping out, I'll start weathering off my tomatoes and putting them out there, which could be, I think, like April or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I see Joe and Sue are talking about having to do the maple syrup right now and all this snow tapping all the trees. She said in 4 feet of snow. Gosh,
Hopefully
Yeah,
you've
I
got
bet.
snowshoes.
snowshoes will come in very handy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we get that. Yeah, last frost there, May 10th. But don't you go like right from frost to really warm? Like
We
in
do,
May,
yeah.
like, don't you go like, isn't it like immediately? Like ours will be gradual, right? We hit 52 today, and I think we're expecting to be like in the 50s for the rest of the week, with sunshine and blue sky. And then I haven't really looked, but we'll probably go up and down and rain. Now we'll start getting our rain, but we won't really
Yeah.
get below freezing much more, right? We'll just have lots of rain.
Yeah. Where we end up, we've got
We-
about a month of hovering at that, just below 0, just above 0.
Yeah.
Often it's like end of April, and the snow kind of is finally melted pretty much everywhere. But you still
Right.
get cool nights where you get a little bit of frost till
Yeah.
like middle of May often.
Mhm.
It
Wow.
sort of depends, but
Yeah, we might see frost again. Maybe. I doubt if we'll hit 0 again.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, unless there's some freak. I mean, the weather is crazy nowadays, so who knows what could happen, right? But it's unlikely that we'll get frost again or any freezing further this year. We'll get a bunch of rain, hopefully, but
that comes with its own challenges.
Yeah.
The rain,
Yeah,
the rainy season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had some bad end season blight last year from the rain because we just got dumped on at the end of August.
That might be something with the squash. You might get like the powdery mildew. Not that, I don't know, you get it towards the end and it doesn't seem to hurt them too much, but, or doesn't for us anyways, but on a step ladder, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, you'll be up so high with the taps that.
Yeah, we don't really shovel it much around here, John. We just let it melt.
Oh, we do have to shovel. We had to shovel this weekend because the tractor wouldn't start. So that's a whole nother fun thing in of itself.
Our lot in life.
Yeah, when you need it to work, it never does.
Oh, sorry.
I just said when you need the tractor to work, it never does.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a friend with a tractor come, and when we paid them to haul out our driveways, but other than that, we didn't really shovel anything.
No.
That was
it melts so quick. Well, today we got about 3 inches, but it was that horrible wet, heavy snow. Instead of the nice light fluffy stuff. So I said, I'm not shoveling that because it's heavy. So, but when I did chores just before the live here, it was just starting to rain. So we're supposed to have +5 and pouring rain tomorrow. So
yeah,
I'll get rid of some of the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we get a good dump or two throughout the year, but our moisture has to come from the rain in the spring and the winter because we sure don't get much of a snow peak. Even up on the mountains here on the island, there's not much snow cap up there that is going to be feeding anything over the summer. Hi, Angie. Hi, Recycle.
We need the snow because we were pretty dry last.
Yeah, our water levels are really low and dry, so
it'll help that way.
We have been. We go to water restrictions, like automatic water restrictions. I think it's the 1st of March or the 1st of April every year to a level 2 water restriction where you can only have to water on either odd days or even days depending on what your house number is, and and then if we go to level 2, it's like, well, then you can't wash your cars and you can't do this and you can't do that. And they do those stages automatically, whether we're having a water shortage or not, to try to prevent it. Because generally by the end of the summer, we're quite short of water and things are really, really, really dry around here. So what water reserve they do have, they want to keep it for reserve for fires and stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense. So
that's water restriction here.
That's the trade-off to having an early growing season. By the end of it, you're quite dry.
Yeah. Well, we're surrounded by forest, right? Like we're kind of in the middle of a rainforest. So there's a lot of stuff to dry out and really get like matchwood out there. So
I did definitely agree with that statement. I'm ready for that by March. I'm not ready.
I was going to say April. That's a while. That's a bit late.
It depends how quickly it comes, because if you get a fall where there's no snow and it's whatever, then I don't mind it a little later in the spring. But this year, the snow just has not left. It came and it just keeps coming.
Plus and minuses to it.
Yeah.
We had that one year. We got snow in November and we had snow through till like the end of February.
Oh, wow.
it was shocking because I haven't seen it happen since then. And they said it was years since it had happened, but we got winter that year.
I was going to say, we've had the opposite where we've had a couple years in the last 10 years where it's like the middle of January and there was frogs out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
You get plus 15. It's just crazy. And then
it goes back down again.
Yeah.
But by the end of January, it always gets cold again here. But
well, I think it wasn't the following year, but the year after we moved here, we were getting spring in February, and we never did get cold again. We had blossoms and everything was blooming in February. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's not till March that things start actually blooming, but early February, and it was already spring. We never got that. They were like, "What? We're going to get a frost. We're going to get a frost," but it never came that year.
Never happened. That's just it. I never know when to bank on
weatherman.
The weather does that sort of stuff.
That's just it, right? And
then you don't do it. You don't gamble, and then you kick yourself because it's like, oh, I could have had so much,
but you never know.
Yeah. Well, growing up in Alberta, I've seen snow on the ground every month of the year. Like there's been freak snowstorms in July and August in Alberta. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, probably similar in Saskatchewan, I would imagine.
I've seen them here, but it never, like, you get it in like 10 minutes after it stops snowing, it all melts. It doesn't actually stay, but I've seen it in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Gail.
Hello.
Gail has a live at 5. So that was why I wanted to bump us back to 4 today. And this will be the last, like I said at the beginning, for those of you who are just coming in, we're not going to be doing these Canadian updates every week anymore. We're gonna go to once a month now until, well, at least for March and April, and then we'll revisit it and maybe jump to twice a month in May when things are growing a little bit more up here. Not a lot going on in the gardens up here in Canada right now. So
no, and it's great because everybody's producing some content right now with their seed videos and things like that. So that's still keeping the spirit alive without us having to do the live things. And people can always, if they've got a question or whatever, I mean, everybody's information has kind of gone all around, and they can get in touch with us somehow.
So sure. Well, and we'll keep in touch with them too by adding them to the lists, and I think you've got probably a master email list, and I know we had talked about putting something out through my website.
Yeah, it was interesting because and everybody had gotten going with their videos and sending their emails and things, so it was kind of good because it sort of just was like you did your bit and then everybody did their bit.
And if people request that we get together earlier, like if they want to get together in 2 weeks, say in mid-March, then we can certainly look at throwing something together. Yeah. But I agree that it for the month of March, it's just going to be me planting stuff and rubbing it in everybody's nose that I can grow and do that, right?
Exactly.
Right? Who wants that? You'll get enough of that just watching the channel. You don't need to have it all.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Just saying, right? Because, I'll be planting this week.
Yeah. No, that's just it. So it's good because it's a good way to encourage people to do some content on things. And we'll probably do a video and kind of see how it goes, and we'll just make sure we post something ahead of time. You did a live last night. Are you going to do that? That was the first time I'd seen you do on a Sunday. Unfortunately, it was late for us, but
it's like 10 o'clock Eastern, I think, that I go on. It's 8 o'clock Pacific on Sunday night.
So 11 o'clock was what it was. Yeah.
Just a little bit of a check. Yeah, so 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking for anybody that's what's that?
I was thinking about doing it at 7 my time, but MB Heritage goes on at 6. And usually do 2 hours. So I didn't want to
Okay.
cut into their time at all. So I went ahead and bumped mine till 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, if people know that you're going to have your lives on Sunday, we're doing Tuesday at 8:30. That was what we've kind of been doing the last. So if people can pop in, and if they have any questions to either of our lives, that works fine too. So
for sure. And then I have the Techie Tuesdays too.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
I think pretty much everybody has kind of subscribed to everybody. So I think we can. I think in the first email that I sent out, I put everybody's pages, not pages, YouTube channel links in that email. So
yeah,
so that'll be good. But anyways, that was I just thought we would have this one here to kind of let anybody that was in here know we weren't going to go every week, but you have a live on Sunday and Tuesday, and we're doing our live on Tuesdays. So if anybody had any questions, concerns, they can come into those, or just want to come chat, because that's just what we do.
Well, yeah, exactly. Good to hang out.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been great too, because we've really gotten to know some people, and you know, you're not trying to be, but it's very hard when you start on YouTube trying to find Canadian content, or some of the people that are involved in this, I wouldn't have found their channels otherwise. So it's been great for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Many of them we would have never connected if it hadn't been for this, for sure.
Exactly. So I think it's been really good for that, and it'll just continue to grow and do its thing.
Just like all of our seeds.
All right, I got to go around and remove all of John's comments because he's like putting his foot in it.
Didn't see where it was there, but
he said, "Please delete this comment." So I did. He doesn't want there to be an official record of him saying something nice to Chris. So he's always trying to help out here.
Yeah. I see Joe and Sue, hashtag Canadian Seed Challenge. Exactly. We're still doing the other tags as well, but we're going to try and get people to make sure they put that one in, because that one
just makes everything easier.
And that's one that nobody else was using on YouTube, so it worked great.
Yeah, it worked great.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Hey, Chad. I see you there.
Hi, Hidden Springs. Hey, Cat. Hi, Vineyard Chick.
Yeah. But anyway, really, I think that's.
I'm echoing. Why am I echoing?
I don't hear an echo.
No, we don't hear one.
Don't I hear an echo? I mean, I know I have multiple windows open, but there should only be one that's making noise.
Oh, we haven't advanced to any of that sort of stuff yet. Don't worry about it, Chris. We found you. You're in the playlist, so we got it.
Yep, we were
just saying we were trying to just get people to use that one.
Kind of
going forward, because we've put it out there for people. I mean, if you have a video you're just doing on even just planting seeds, how you plant them, or doing a garden tour that happens to involve some of the seeds that you got, if you put it in, then that way we can find it, we can add it to the playlist. And that was a hashtag that nobody else was using on YouTube. So when you search them, now YouTube does this neat thing where if you search hashtag Canadian Seed Challenge, the one at the top is like a page that opens, and it's all of our videos without anybody else in it, which is kind of neat.
Or anybody who
well, yeah, anybody that. Yeah.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, Andy. You best life.
While I'm greeting people, but go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm so rude. On his phone.
That's all right.
I don't understand that. I really hate that you can't tag people on your phone. Or it's not tagging, whatever. Is it tagging? I don't know. But I hate that. I don't know why it's that way, but it drives me crazy.
Pet peeve for the night.
Oh. But It's like I'm out in the barn and I'm on my phone and I go into somebody's live and you can't even say anything because you can't tag. Well, you can say stuff.
Talk or nothing.
Mm.
Yeah, it takes forever to punch it out on with your thumbs too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I don't even bother to try and talk on those.
Yeah, you've got that problem. I don't. My phone won't do it. So
yeah, well, you're back in the archaic times with your phone.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, he's one of those. He only uses it as a phone.
Yeah, not a big fan of new technology.
Yeah, too. Or my computer.
Yeah.
First world problems. Yep.
Oh, true.
Yep, that is true.
First world problems. Yeah, it could be worse, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what bothers us now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hidden Springs, you'll have to join the seed challenge next year.
Yeah,
it's not far from us. Well, in the grand scheme of the internet world.
Where's Hidden Spring Farm?
Muskoka area?
I'm
going to get this wrong. I know.
Horseshoe Valley.
Horseshoe Valley. Where's Horseshoe Valley again?
Kind of north of Barrie.
North of Barrie. There we are.
It's a nice area.
The snow belt.
Yeah. They get it for a bit of snow.
Yeah.
Flip phones. I used to have one of those not that long ago.
I know. You did advance to a proper phone, but it doesn't have any data things. It's just
a phone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dave's phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite all right with me.
It mostly just sits there and collects juice.
Oh, he said it's kind of one of those things. The way technology has made it now, because everybody assumes you have your phone with you, and therefore you could email, you could Facebook, you could whatever. And they expect that answer right away. So that's Chris's excuse: is I don't have access to that.
I have to think about my answer.
Yeah,
take some time.
Yeah. I don't know where everyone is, but I'm here.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, because Chris and I are near Kingston.
Okay.
And I'm just going through the people in the challenge. There was quite a few from the Toronto, was it Oshawa?
Yeah.
Toronto, Oshawa area. I think we ended up with
area.
6 or 7 from that sort of area. Then Squirrel Mills Farm is Cochrane, which was
pretty far north.
Yeah, zone 3 or zone 2.
I know.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think. Then there's Getting Clean on the Prairies was Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Wild Edibles. Wild Edibles is not far from us. She's only she's
Central Ontario.
Yeah, in Ontario. Chris is Alberta.
Yeah.
And
then there was the one in Northwest Territories.
Yeah, Carla. And then Elizabeth is also in Vancouver, right?
Yeah. And there's one on Nova Scotia, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. And there's another Carla in Nova Scotia. That's right. Yeah. And, the worst bit is after we'd set the date, it was done. And I had probably 4 or 5 more people approach me wanting to do it. But we'd already sent out emails and done everything. It was too hard to try and change everybody about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we can always look at doing a fall exchange.
Well, right? I said we'll probably, and I'd probably like to try and organize it a little earlier for next year. So I would probably still just do the one, but I would organize it so that we were doing it a little earlier.
And a little more time.
Well, even people know at the end of summer so they can start saving their seeds.
Yeah, exactly. Start kind of making a list of people that want to participate and getting the information and going from there. So this was kind of a trial. So hopefully it works. Hopefully everybody gets their packs of seeds. And
I think it will work.
Yeah. So The one thing we kind of said was maybe Trillium Farms.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, you might be right.
I can't keep track of it. It was at the list.
I know. I've got it all wrote down. I should bring my list with me, but yeah. No, yeah, that's right. Joan Sewer Trillium. That's right.
Trillium Farm. Okay.
The Garden Obsessed. She's the one that's in
Nova Scotia. That might be. Yeah, I think you're right.
But I don't know.
Conversing back
if
and
she
forth.
has a farm. I don't know if she has a farm name or anything though. I don't remember, but
I do not remember.
Ohio is the place I like to just fly over.
I've only driven through Ohio once.
I've kind of not been. I've only just seen every now and then I see a couple comments, and then one sticks out, and I'm like, I must have missed something. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla are from Ohio.
Okay, there we go. That's very okay.
Because they mentioned that there's some,
yeah,
those other people that are doing it.
I'm probably going to totally get this wrong. I want to say, Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla is. Are you the one that does the little art cards? I want to say yes. I really hope so. Because they're awesome. I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. You're right.
Yeah. Does MB do them too? The little art card things we should organize. I don't want to organize another thing, but we should organize an art card swap.
Something totally
Bye,
different.
Chris.
Totally off topic.
Something different.
Because Lori does art. You could do some poor, what are they called? The little, they're like the size of a business card, but you paint them. Oh, gosh.
You know the name of them, but thanks for stopping in, Chris.
Yeah.
Tiles? You mean like tiles for a backsplash?
No, they're little, they look like the size of a business card, and it's a big thing that artists have now that they've started this thing where they're like artist trading cards kind of thing. Yes. See, Gypsy and Vanilla Girl. And they're like the size of a business card, and you do a painting on it, and that is something that you then trade with a different artist. And I saw, that's what I was thinking. I'm sure that Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla was the one that does that.
Yep.
Yes.
You're right.
Okay.
So MB should also do some, and we should do some, and Lori should do some because Lori also paints. So.
Well, I throw.
Yeah, like Wheel Across the trading cards.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah. They're fun. It's a fun little thing. Anyways, that was totally off topic, but it just hit me that I figured out that was the Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla was the art trading cards.
+5 in Saskatchewan. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's coming our way tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Art trading cards.
Yeah. They have an actual technical name. Like if you search them on Etsy, they're called something.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Oh, it's going to bug me now. I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone to Google it quickly.
First world problems.
I know. First world problems again there. Chris is left. You can't tag that one. So, okay. So Chad got up to this. So we weren't that warm today. We weren't that warm, I don't think, today. We might have been above 0 because it was kind of raining, but it didn't feel that way because it was windy and horrible. It was. Yeah. You had to work today all day, so you didn't go out.
Which sounds funny.
Lori's bragging. Lori's bragging.
That's like 52 for you Yanks down there.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, they're on board for doing art trading things.
Best life is Eastern Manitoba or Montana.
Yeah. Maybe that'd be cold too. Mm-hmm. That'd be like prairies. My brain has no artistic talents, will it grow? Says.
Everybody has something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd always looked into it because I do wildlife painting. And I'd always looked into the little art cards, but then I always thought, boy, you put just as much work into doing a little one as you do a big one.
Yeah, but it's fun.
But it is fun. So I'm going to sort that out. I'm going to trade with the vanilla gorilla. I just have to paint one.
So something else to add to the list.
Something else to add to the list. He says they're actually called artist trading cards. Oh, they're an ATC. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you're probably thinking the acronym.
Maybe that's what they do. Is they slang it down to
acronyms, ATC or something.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun. I'm gonna work on that. Watch for the video.
Should make them like garden themed or something.
Garden themed. There you go. Garden themed artist trading card.
That could be fun.
Could be fun.
There you go.
I don't paint a lot of garden stuff.
Okay.
Oh well. It is what it is.
Now start.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. You have something that you like, and then it just feels. As much as I love painting animals. I don't love painting anything else. So it's kind of one of those things. But I admire those that do.
Yeah. Well, waiting for this cat to catch up with the other one. Sometimes there's delay.
Creative and stubbornness.
Yeah, smaller ones, I could totally see that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're talking more minute details to get it down to that, to scale it down.
Well, and most people think when they see a small thing, it's usually a print. And often that print is of something so huge that when you take the detail and bring it down so small, it looks amazing. And people expect that amazingness in the small painting as well. So it is quite challenging.
Creativeness and stubbornness.
Yeah.
Finding creative ways to be stubborn.
Yeah. It's got to be it.
Yeah, I think that could be
too, right?
Yeah, it could be anything garden themed. It'd be kind of fun.
I think so. I'm going to start that. I made a mission. Sorry, I'm eating at the same time. I made a mission to get back into my crafting and art stuff before the garden season really kicked off again. Because we've been so busy, I haven't done any painting or anything. So this will be a good excuse. Gonna do it.
I'll have to do one.
You have to do one as well. There we are. And then we'll organize a video and just be like, we're trading. Who wants to trade?
Well, you'll have to show me one so I know what you mean. Or I'll have to go check out some of Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla videos because I'm sure they have.
He's got some videos on it.
They do.
Yeah, he did a really nice. It was
like a time lapse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a time lapse of him. It was painting a gorilla onto the card.
Okay.
It was really, really awesome. It was really good.
I guess I could just get business cards and dip them.
Yeah,
you could.
In paint. I mean,
there you go. Well, but you'd still be able to do because you do it's the pour type art, right? Where you you move your canvas around as it goes. You can still do it. It'd just be really small, or you put it on a little spinny lazy Susan, and then you just kind of whip it, and it goes. That'd be kind of good too. Oh, look at I'm getting all sorts of fun ideas.
And then dip it into it, and then let it dry. Like I could make it on something that's flexible, and then I can use the skin. I put the skins from the painting when I have too much drippage, and it dries on the flex mats. It makes it like a skin, and I use them on garden gnomes and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
So I Mod Podge them onto my garden gnomes, and it gives them like clothing and stuff. So I don't have naked garden gnomes in the gnome garden.
Spitfire Red knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go check it out. I'm catching up on all the comments now.
Oh, we'll have to go check out the artsy stuff playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. The artsy stuff one.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of one of those, like we've never, for our channel anyways, we've never featured any of that stuff. All we've ever done so far is the farming side of the
Things.
The homestead kind of, rather than the other stuff we do on the side that still makes money or tries to anyways. So
it's stuff too that you do because you're not always able to be out 24/7 out in the garden or out in the yard or out doing farm work. There are times of the year when you need time. You got to find something to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Right. So hobbies are fantastic, and if they make money, even better. Right.
Yeah. Well, what about you with the poor art and that? Do you do any that you sell, like whether you do an art tour or craft sales or any of that sort of stuff, or just do it for yourself so far?
I mostly just do it for myself. I have sold a few and I've given a lot away. I was planning on doing farmers markets over the summer, but of course they curtailed adding anybody new to any of the farmers markets around here. They cooperated with people who've been involved with them for a long time, but they weren't letting anybody new in. I just have it up I have some of it up on my website, but mostly it just hangs out on my walls and I give it away for prizes and stuff.
Yeah.
That works too.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of,
Or I do it on stuff that I'm going to use. Like I've done several records that I've turned like into candy bowls or plant bowls and stuff. And so they're scattered around the house. And I did all those pots, those big pots. Over the winter. They're going to go out in the gnome garden and
best to do everything.
Yeah, that's what they say, Gypsy. But I'm the same way. I'll grow slowly. I don't care. I don't need to grow fast.
Yeah.
I just want to do what I want to do, and that's whatever I decide I want to share that day. That's what I want to share. So. I do a lot of different stuff too. I do gardening, crafts, the painting, cooking, canning, whatever. Harassing my husband.
Those things all kind of go together.
Yeah, they all go together great.
Right. Well, I'll be doing a giveaway at 1,000. I'm going to give away several pieces of art. I think when I that giveaway, but you are going to have to answer some questions.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you'll have to have seen some videos. Okay, I'll take a look at your site, MB. I'm imagining there's a link in your About section. So I hope definitely check that. You guys must have just seen the one I saw, right?
The farting garden gnome.
Farting garden gnome, that's good.
Our kids would love that.
Yeah.
Is it on like a sensor? It must be on a sensor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something else I need to announce tomorrow. There will be no Techie Tuesday tomorrow, but I will be back the following week. I have to take Mom for some appointments tomorrow, running around. So we're going to be doing that instead of doing Techie Tuesday. So but I'll be back next week, and we will be doing more Photo P questions, Jacko. So yeah, that's what I figure. If people want to watch me, they want to watch me. I'm making memories for me and my family, and for me. So
that's what we kind of started with.
That's what we said, that it was just a documenting everything so that when you look back at it, you could see what you had done. I mean, we're terrible with the whole thing of taking photos and they sit on your camera and you never look at them again. You know, all these things. And now it's kind of neat because the kids will go and we'll catch them in the room and they're in there watching our YouTube videos. Like they're watching what we've been doing and it's nice. So
it's kind of cute.
I'm going to find something cool to give away. Well, you can't give away my piece of art if you win it, Gail. You have to keep I'm sorry, but Mom's medical stuff has to come first. So, and she can't reschedule. I can. She's been waiting on this appointment for a few months. So
We'll have to look into one of those.
Yes.
yeah,
that would be actually a really funny short video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd actually be funny to film people who didn't know it was there walking by and triggering it.
Yeah, like a just for laughs gags thing.
Yeah.
That would be quite funny.
That would be
actually.
good, yeah.
We'll get a little bit of sleep that night. Tomorrow. Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, so it is 5 minutes to 5, and I know that Gail is going live at 5 o'clock, so we're going to call this a day, and I guess we'll keep your eyes open for a post from Hickory Croft Farms, and they will be doing the next live probably towards the end of March.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's plenty of time. And with that gives everybody time to get their seeds, maybe get a little start on things. Maybe we'll see a couple more videos of people opening those amazing packages. And also, you know, with your live on Sunday, our live on Tuesday, and you've also got your Techie Tuesday. If anybody has any questions or anything, they can find us. So we're about.
You can find us.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, thank you for having us on again.
Yeah,
And,
I will see
we'll
you in a few
probably see you in the next live.
possibly, although I do need to go and make dinner. So
we have to do that too. But anyways, have a good night, everybody.
Okay, I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for coming. And don't forget to stop by next Sunday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll hang out and we'll chit chat and we'll do stuff. So, yeah, have a great night, all. Bye now.